A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everyone, and welcome to A+ English. I'm Pat.
And I'm Elsie.
And today we're looking at how people are helping a special kind of animal. Of course, there are a lot of animals around the world that need help. This one's in Australia, and we're looking at a new way to help this particular animal. But let's start by asking our warm-up question. Which animals in Taiwan are dying out, and why?
Are Formosan black bears dying now?
I don't think there are that many of them, so...
I think I've read somewhere that they're dying now because of poaching.
People killing them for their food and their fur, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think of the clouded leopard because we're not even sure if there are any still out there in the wild. And the reason a lot of those animals are dying out is just because humans are kind of filling up all their space. They're cutting down the trees in the forest. They're pushing them into the mountains. There's nothing for them to eat, nowhere for them to live. And so they're kind of dying out. What's the other? The little leopard cats. They're not having a good time of it, are they?
Yeah, I think a lot of us just take away their habitats.
Yeah, and for the leopard cats, I think farmers put out a kind of, they put out poison to kill the birds or the rats, but then the leopard cats eat those and they get the poison in their bodies. So a lot of animals that are in a bit of trouble, and there is one in Australia as well, the koala. So let's read through today's article and find out how Australian scientists are helping koalas in a new way.
Australian scientists help koalas in a new way. Warm-up question. Which animals in Taiwan are dying out? Why?
Over 64,000 koalas died during the 2019 to 2020 fires in Australia. Scientists have a new plan to stop koalas from dying out. They want to start a special program to increase the number of baby koalas. The idea is to collect sperm from koalas and freeze it. This increases the genetic diversity of the baby koalas. It's also only 20% of the cost of old baby animal programs. That's because scientists would have to keep only 17 koalas in the new program. In the old type, scientists would need to keep 223 koalas at once. 16 zoos and animal hospitals across Australia might take part in the new program.
So the article starts by saying that over 64,000 koalas died during the 2019-2020 fires in Australia. You might remember seeing this on the news. There were great big fires in the bush in Australia, really destroyed so many trees, and of course the koalas live in those trees, so unfortunately many of them were trapped and killed in the fires.
是的，那我们今天课文的主角呢，就是 koalas 无尾熊。这边说有超过64000只的无尾熊 ，over 64,000 koalas， 他们在澳洲2019到2020的森林大火当中死亡。
Now I notice you said the Chinese name for koala there.
无尾熊。
But of course, and do remember this, koalas are not bears.
虽然有熊，可它们不是熊 ，they're not bears.
They're closer to things like actually kangaroos and other animals like that. Though the females have the same kind of pouches. Okay, but anyway, koalas dying because of the fires. and which means they are in danger of dying out, like the animals we talked about in our introduction. Fortunately, as the article says, scientists have a new plan to stop koalas from dying out.
这边看到的 scientists 当然是名词，指的是谁呢？ Let's take a look. Scientist 指的是科学家，那科学家们会干嘛呢？他们可能会在老鼠身上做实验，所以我们可以说 The scientists conducted experiments on rats. 那历史上呢，有很多著名的 scientists 科学家们，像是 Albert Einstein。爱因斯坦就是其中之一。那他们研究的是科学 science。那形容词呢，我们用的是 scientific， 像是 a scientific discovery， 那就是科学上面的发现，或者是呢 a scientific experiment， 科学实验。那单字例句给的是 This group of scientists has a job to study the rocks on the moon。这群科学家的工作是研究月球上面的岩石。
Or we could say the scientists are working on a new drug that will help fight COVID-19. So these scientists in Australia are working on a way to stop koalas from dying out.
To stop somebody or something from 后面看到 VING 的时候呢，我们代表的是阻止某人做某事或是阻止某事发生。像是我们可以说 The teacher stopped him from using his phone in class. 代表老师阻止他上课用手机。
Yep, you've got to use that VING form. We need to stop people from throwing trash on the ground. We want to stop Eddie from making a big mistake.
好，那接下来我们看到的 die out 这个片语啊，代表的是逐渐消失、灭绝，也就是 become extinct.
For example, if we're not careful, animals like rhinos and tigers might die out.
所以呢，课文这边说到啊，科学家就有一个阻止无尾熊灭绝的 new plan 新计划。
So what is this new plan? Let's get back to the article and we see they, the scientists, not the koalas, they want to start a special program to increase the number of baby koalas.
Program 这个名词什么意思呢？ Let's take a look. Program 在这边当名词用，代表计划、方案。我们可以开始一个计划，开始一个方案 ，start a program。那我们当然还要去设计一个方案 design a program. 所以我们可以说啊 the program is designed to provide young people with more job opportunities. 代表这个计划呢是设计来要提供年轻人更多的工作机会。那当然 program 也可以当作程式来解释，像是 a computer program 那就是电脑程式。它还可以当什么呢？还可以当电视广播节目哦，像是 a TV program or a radio program. 那单字例句给的是The school has a new program for foreign students to study there. 这间学校呢有一个让外国人来读书的新计划。
Or we could say this new program encourages kids to read in English. And this program for koalas, it's designed to increase the numbers of babies.
We say increase or increase, both are okay, right?
That's right.
那这个动词什么意思呢？ Let's take a look. Increase 这个动词呢，代表是增加。那在课文里面，它是一个及物动词哦。你会看到它后面加上受词，像是increase the number of baby koalas， 在说的就是要提高无尾熊宝宝的数量。那我们还可以提高什么东西呢？ Increase your income， 提高你的收入，或者是 increase sales， 提高销售量。So for example, today's meeting will focus on how to increase sales for the company. 今天的会议会特别关注如何为公司提高销售量。那相反字就是 decrease。前面呢，我们把它改成 de 开头的字 decrease。那单字例句给的是 The number of students in the class increased from 12 to 20 in February. 2月的班级学生人数从12人增加到20人。
So we could say, for example, if we increase the number of people working here, it will cost more. But on the other hand, no one will have to work too hard. So we're just making something bigger, greater in number, and so on. But how with these koalas? How are we going to make more babies? The article says the idea is to collect sperm from koalas and freeze it.
Sperm 指的是精子，所以这个计划是要从无尾熊那边收集精子。
Yeah, sperm is the baby-making cells produced by men, and sperm needs to go into an egg to make a baby.
所以 egg 指的就是卵子了。那收集完无尾熊的精子之后呢，我们要冷冻它们。freeze 这个动词就是冷冻，所以我们说冷冻库是 freezer。
You might say, I made extra soup, so I will freeze it and eat it another time. So they're going to take these baby-making cells from lots of different male koalas. And the important thing is they take it from lots of different ones. Because, as the article says, this increases, that word again, this increases the genetic diversity of the baby koalas. This is kind of a hard idea to explain, but let's give it a try.
OK， 所以我们知道基因是 gene，G-E-N-E， 那 genetic 就是它的形容词，代表基因的、遗传的。所以我们说到的 genetic diversity 指的就是遗传的多样性。
So this is the idea that healthy animals need to have genetic diversity because if you keep kind of breeding with the same group of people and the same almost like families with animals, it's a little more likely the bad genes will come out. You need to introduce new healthy genes into a kind of genetic makeup so that the healthy ones will keep coming out and the ones that make you sick will go away. It's the reason why people don't marry their sisters and cousins. We want to have genetic diversity to keep families strong and healthy.
是的，所以呢，我们要不同的基因来创造生物的多样性，这样子才不会因为同一个疾病或问题而死亡。
Okay, so this is how they're going to do it. They'll get some male koala genetic material from here and mix it with the female material from a different part of the country. So this will kind of give more different chances to make different kind of stronger koala babies. And here's a big bonus. The article says it's also only 20% of the cost of old baby animal programs.
So that means this program is actually cheaper.
Yes.
这项计划是旧计划开销的20%而已 ，only 20% of it.
Right, and why is that? The article explains. That's because scientists would have to keep only 17 koalas in the new program.
Oh, only 17, 只要17只。
All they need, 17 presumably males, that's it.
OK， 那我们看到动词 keep，what does the word mean? Let's take a look. Keep 在课文里面当作饲养来解释，那三态是不规则变化，特别小心。Keep, kept, kept。那我们说饲养一只宠物就是 to keep a pet. Do you keep a pet? 我们也可以问 Do you have a pet? 你有饲养宠物吗？那在课文里面的这个计划当中，科学家只需要饲养17只无尾熊就可以了。那 keep 还有很多不同的解释，像是我们可以问人家说你有没有写日记的习惯 Do you keep a diary? 好，也是用到这个动词。或者是你可以帮我保守这个秘密吗 Can you keep this secret from me? 那再来还有一个很常见的用法，就是持续一直做某事，你在 keep 的后方加上 bing. For example, the baby keeps crying. Please do something about it. Baby 一直在哭，拜托你做点什么，让他停止哭泣。那单字例句说的是Tweety Farm keeps many hens because it's in the business of selling chicken eggs. Tweety 农场饲养很多母鸡，因为它的生意是卖鸡蛋。
Here's another one. The zoo keeps 4 pandas, but may send one to another zoo sometime. Again, so that zoo gets a new panda for new genetic diversity and a better chance of making babies. So this program only needs 17 koalas. That's it. But the article says in the old type, in other words, in the old baby program, scientists would need to keep 223 koalas at once.
At once 代表同时所以以前的计划是要同时养223只无尾熊，现在只需要17只。
Right, and that kind of means at the same time altogether. You might say, I can't do all this work at once. I have to do one job at a time. Okay, so that's not many koalas needed, and they'll keep them in zoos and hospitals to get what they need. We see 16 zoos and animal hospitals across Australia might take part in the new program.
课文这边说到呢，在澳洲的16间动物园和动物医院都可能会参加这项新计划。Take part in something， 那就是参与。我们刚好 Magic Box 要来讲解这个用法咯。
Yep, and when we come back from our Magic Box teacher, we'll be taking part in today's review time activity. Let's go there now.
Magic Box.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Casey。今天呢，我们来认识一下 take part in 这个动词片语。它呢有参加还有参与某个活动这样的意思哦。比方说呢，在运动会的时候，大家应该都有参加过一些团队比赛，比方像是大队接力啊，还有拔河啊之类的。那这种参加活动的状况呢，我们就可以使用这个 take part in 这个片语哦。那后面呢，你就直接接上你参加的那个活动就好了。那举个例子哦 ，John took part in the relay race and helped his class win. John 参加了一场接力赛，然后还帮他们班赢得了胜利哦。那 take part in 它也可以用另外2个动词来取代，就是 join 或者是 participate， 一样都是参加的意思哦。那不太一样的地方呢，是如果我今天用的是 join 这个动词，那后面通常会直接加受词啦，不需要那个介系词了。比方说呢 ，All my friends joined the study group。我所有的朋友都参加了，都加入了这个读书会。那 join 常见的用法其实还有另外一个，就是后面接上的是人，而不是活动哦。表示呢跟某个人一起去做什么事情，像是呢 ，Do you want to join me in Japanese class after school？ 你放学后要跟我一起去上日文课吗？那刚才呢还有提到一个 participate， 它是一个稍微难一点点的动词哦。它的用法呢跟今天的课文提到的 take part 是一样的，后面都需要加上介系词 in， 然后再加上你参加的活动，所以整个句型就会变成 participate in something。那像是呢刚才提到的接力赛，我就可以代换成以下这一句话 ：John participated in the relay race and helped his class win。好啦，那今天学的片语大家都有记起来了吗？
Review time.
So we have 4 word power words today. We've got scientist,
科学家
program,
计划
increase,
增加
and keep.
饲养。
Okay, so let's try to challenge ourselves. Can we make sentences that use 2 of these vocab words at once?
Okay.
So not just a sentence with scientist or a sentence with keep. Let's try and put them together. For example, the scientists keep animals to carry out tests on.
Okay, so you got scientists and you got keep
That's
in the
right.
sentence. Okay, let me try one. The scientists are doing lots of experiments to see if we can increase the lifespan.
Oh, to see if we can live for longer.
Yep.
I see. Okay. I'll do one. The government is increasing the number of students who are allowed to take this program.
Oh.
There's maybe a special class of some kind. They're saying, let's have more people doing it. Let's increase the numbers, something like that. You reckon you can do one more?
Okay, so there is a program that's designed to keep more animals in the animal shelter.
Okay, so making them bigger or giving them more food or more
Yes.
financial support. So you could say the government is increasing the funding, the money to keep animals in shelters. Okay, something like that. All right, those are some good examples of how we can combine these words to make different sentences, and practicing like that will really help you to understand these words, what they mean, and how we can use them. But we are out of time. Thanks for watching, everybody. For A+ English, I'm Pat,
I'm Elsie.
and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Australian scientists help koalas in a new way. Warm-up question. Which animals in Taiwan are dying out? Why?
Over 64,000 koalas died during the 2019 to 2020 fires in Australia. Scientists have a new plan to stop koalas from dying out. They want to start a special program to increase the number of baby koalas. The idea is to collect sperm from koalas and freeze it. This increases the genetic diversity of the baby koalas. It's also only 20% of the cost of old baby animal programs. That's because scientists would have to keep only 17 koalas in the new program. In the old type, scientists would need to keep 223 koalas at once. 16 zoos and animal hospitals across Australia might take part in the new program.
Word power. Scientist. Scientist. This group of scientists has a job to study the rocks on the moon. This group of scientists has a job to study the rocks on the moon. Program. Program. The school has a new program for foreign students to study there. The school has a new program for foreign students to study there. Increase. Increase. The number of students in the class increased from 12 to 20 in February. The number of students in the class increased from 12 to 20 in February. Keep. Keep. Keep, kept, kept. Tweedy Farm keeps many hens because it's in the business of selling chicken eggs. Tweedy Farm keeps many hens because it's in the business of selling chicken eggs.
认识字汇
Koala. Koala. Sperm. Sperm. Freeze. Freeze. Genetic diversity. Genetic diversity. Genetic diversity. Genetic diversity.